everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pasquinelli's Point. Before we get started here, like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. So, on today's video, I'd like to talk about my review of HBO Max, since it just recently came out. Basically, what I want to start with is the overall view is pretty cool. It's very easy to navigate. I like the purple color scheme they have, and basically everything I'm going to talk about on here is basically going to go off the phone app, since I haven't really logged on to a desktop to check it out. But like I said, the color scheme is pretty cool. How it's purple, I like that. It's a little bit different than your normal like Netflix or Hulu. Obviously, the big drawing point really for a lot of people is that now you can binge watch Friends.
Oh, here we go. Pivot. 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 Pivot.
I've seen some of it, never watched everything, but I know it's a good show. It's funny. The characters are great and all that stuff. So I know that's a big attraction for people that HBO Max now has Friends. Some of my favorite things about HBO Max is there's a little tab in the corner on the left, and when you press that button there, you get your different genres, your action, your comedies, series, and different stuff like that. But they also have a just added section. So basically everything that's new, you click on that just added section and you see everything that was recently put on. So like this month, the beginning of the month is X-Men First Class, Home Alone, Final Destination, Full Metal Jacket, Ray. So they have quite a bit of new movies that just came out. And I mean, the app dropped like the 27th of May. So you're like a week or two into the app and they're already putting brand new stuff out. Now also, besides the just added section, they also have a last chance section, which is basically things that HBO Max is getting ready to take off of the streaming service. You know how Netflix is and Hulu. You never have everything all at one time. That's just kind of how it is. So you click on that and they give you a portion of movies that are getting ready to leave HBO Max. So like this month, Braveheart, Titanic, all the Hobbit movies, Batman Returns, all that stuff is getting ready to be taken off. Then they also have a coming soon section as well. So you click on that and you can watch trailers to things that are getting ready to come out on HBO Max. But the cool thing about that is they also give you the dates of when the things are coming out, like Ed Astra, that's coming out June 6th. Dr. Sleep is coming out at June 27th, I believe, at the end of the month. So you can watch a trailer. You can actually add it to your list already, so this way when it does drop, it gets added right into your little library of stuff that you want to watch, and it'll be right in the front, which I think is pretty cool. They do featured series also as well, like a big banner at the top, and one of the featured series right now is Fresh Prince. I mean, it's a great show. It's hilarious. Will Smith's great. It's hard not to just pick up the remote and watch some of that. They also have like their HBO Max originals. There's really not a lot of HBO Max originals to start out. You would think because it's launching a service, you'd have a little bit more of like things that are specifically just for HBO Max, so you'll go and purchase the service. They really don't have a lot of those. There's like 3 things, and I haven't watched any of that stuff yet. So they have all the Harry Potter movies, all 8 of those, so that's pretty cool. I still have yet to watch all the Harry Potter movies, so probably at some point I'll get into that and watch those.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And then they have an HBO Max hub, so it's like an HBO banner, and then underneath all the different companies that are encompassed in the HBO Max streaming service. Obviously the top one, you click on it, it's HBO. It takes you to the HBO originals, not just the Max stuff, but like your HBO Now, different stuff like that, Game of Thrones, things that are out on HBO right now. And then under that, there's a DC banner. So you click that, and obviously you'll have your Watchmen. They have a Beware of Batman show. They have your Joker, Wonder Woman, different stuff like that under there. But what intrigued me the most is they actually have Doom Patrol. If you haven't seen Doom Patrol, it's pretty good. It's actually on the DC streaming service. So this makes me wonder if the DC streaming service is going to end up being absorbed into HBO Max, and then you're going to have your like Titans, Swamp Thing, basically all the DC animated movies. If they do that, that would be pretty cool because there's a lot of good content on the DC streaming service. There's also a banner for it's called Sesame Street or Sesame Workshop. It's basically all the Sesame Street stuff, all kind of episodes of Sesame Street and different specials and stuff like that. So if you have kids, that's pretty cool to have on your streaming service. They also have a banner for Turner Classic Movies. So you got Casablanca, Citizen Kane, North by Northwest. There's a lot of good classic movies on there. So if you're definitely into the classic movies, or maybe like me personally, I share a lot of my streaming services. So obviously, like my dad, he'll probably watch some of those. Then they have something called Studio Ghibli. I don't know how to say it, but it's basically like the Spirited Away movies and like My Neighbor Totoro. So if you're into that stuff, that's also cool. Like I know My Neighbor Totoro, I've seen a couple times, and that's a pretty good movie. They also have a Crunchyroll section, so that has a lot of different anime in it as well. Now, I don't really watch anime, but I just think I don't want to speak on something I don't really know too much about, but I do want to let you know that it is out there on the app, and it's something that you could check out. And like I said, they have like Spirited Away, and then all the Crunchyroll stuff. Not all of it, but a decent amount, surprisingly, for the beginning of the launch. So I'm guessing as time goes on, there will be more things. And then there's a banner for Cartoon Network, and that has Adventure Time, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab. It's got a lot of like newer stuff that's on Cartoon Network. I'm more interested in the stuff that they will be bringing on, like maybe like Codename Kids Next Door, Ed, Ed and Eddie, different things that I watched growing up, and I'm really excited for that to come out and see what else they're going to put on there on the Cartoon Network banner. And then they also have a Adult Swim section, so that's like Rick and Morty, Boondocks, Robot Chicken, and Metalocalypse, home movies. I'm trying to think, there's another one on there too that I really like, and now I can't remember, but Samurai Jack's on there, and to me that's really cool that they have that Adult Swim portion on there, and then I'm sure they'll add more stuff. Aqua Teen Hunger Force is on there as well, so there'll be more stuff I'm sure added to that section, and I'm looking forward to that because there's a lot of different things on Adult Swim I used to watch as I was growing up. And then they also have like a Looney Tunes section with all like the old school Looney Tunes cartoons. So if you're feeling nostalgic, or you get up on a Saturday and you feel like watching cartoons, I would turn on some Looney Tunes. That'd be pretty sweet to watch. My biggest problem with the app though is how are you not going to have it compatible for Roku and like Fire Stick and stuff like that? Like those are some of the biggest like streaming platforms that there is.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Like, of course, like I have an Xbox and I have a PlayStation 4, so I can watch it on those, but I have a Roku. Everything else I watch is literally on the Roku. So it makes it so much harder to watch something because I have to shut off my Roku, log into my Xbox, turn that on and get that going. It's kind of a waste of time. So hopefully shortly they will be bringing out some kind of app for Roku and Fire Stick. Other than that, like I said, I really think the app is going to end up, maybe right now at launch, it's not the greatest app out there, but after a while, and they keep adding stuff and they keep getting more things in there, it'll definitely be worth it. More original content also, I think it's going to be worth it. If you pre-ordered it early, it's like $11.99. Right now, I think it's $14.99. I will tell you, I did start a show on there called The Outsider.
Is that Terry Maitland? 70 miles away. The same day, the same time as Frankie Peterson was murdered.
A human being cannot exist in two realities at the same time.
It's a Stephen King show, and it's very weird, but it's super, super cool, intriguing, very mysterious. I really like it so far. I'm a little more than halfway through it, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this ends. Also, Jason Bateman's in it, and I love Jason Bateman, so it makes it really easy for me to get on board for the show. But other than that, folks, the video's over.
They got the shooter. He said it's...
Let me know your thoughts on HBO Max if you have it, or if there's anything else you're interested in watching me cover, any kind of other streaming services or anything like that. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.
No one told